For Dr. Second Chance, here is a longer video with some jokes. Family fun. Joe figured out a way to remember his wife's birthday and their wedding anniversary. He opened an account with a florist and told him to send flowers to his wife on those dates, along with a note signed, "Your loving husband." His wife was thrilled by the attention, and all was great until one anniversary. Joe came home, saw the bouquet, kissed his wife, and said, "Nice flowers. Where'd you get them?" Jeff's blind date with Suzanne was bad from the start. In short, they loathed each other. Fortunately, Jeff had asked his friend to call him so he'd have an excuse to leave if the date wasn't going well. When his friend called, Jeff pretended to be in shock. "I have to leave," Jeff said to Suzanne. "My aunt just died." "Thank God," Suzanne replied. "If yours hadn't, mine would have had to." That's from Laugh Off by Bob Fenster. My mother-in-law phoned to ask my opinion about a special pecan dish she had served at her daughter's wedding reception. "What was that all about?" my husband asked after I hung up. "It was just a recipe question," I replied. "Do you remember the nuts they had at Ara's reception?" He furrowed his brow for a moment, then said, "I don't recall all their names." Oh man, I can't believe I'm telling some of these. Okay, here's another one. Watching a TV show on couples prompted me to ask my wife of 60 years, "If you had to do it over again, would you marry me?" "You've asked me that before," she answered. "What did you reply?" She said, "I don't remember." Oh, honey, I have good news and bad news, a man tells his wife. "What is it?" she asks. "First, I think I'm losing my voice," he croaks. So his wife says, "What's the bad news?" Oh, oh. When we finished a personality assessment at work, I asked my friend Dan if he would share the results with his wife. That would require me to go home and say, "Hi, honey, I just paid someone $400 to tell me what's wrong with me," he said. And based on that, considering we've been married 23 years, she'd hand me a bill for $800,000. When a friend's marriage began to unravel, my 12-year-old son offered, "I think the problem is largely psychological." "How so?" I asked. "He's psycho and she's logical." Yeah, boy, too much truth there. Randy Posh was a renewed computer science professor, but that didn't carry much weight with his mother. After he got his PhD, she introduced him to friends saying, "This is my son. He's a doctor, but not the kind who helps people." My ex-wife was deaf. She left me for a deaf friend. To be honest, I should have seen the signs. Sign language. Oh, for sale, read the ad in our hospital's weekly newsletter. Sleeveless wedding gown, white, size 8, veil included. Worn once by mistake. What's the difference between an outlaw and an in-law? Outlaws are wanted. Scene, the Garden of Eden. Eve to Adam, "Do you love me?" Adam to Eve, "Do I have a choice?" Well, that's enough jokes for now. We will have more later. Please subscribe to the channel, support the channel. I so appreciate all of you that watch and listen. I'm very, very grateful.